and screen share. So students, I will start a new chapter today, and basically that chapter is user defined methods. So what before starting the user defined method, we should know about what are the methods and why we should study about the methods. So students, you know that if you are writing a instructions, and write instructions means you are writing a you are making a software, and that software is having a 1 lakh line, can have 1 lakh line of code, can have 1000 line of codes. So that can have a problem if you write each and everything sequence, each and everything one by one. So if the problem is complex, very complex, so that complex, if you think about your real life, suppose if you are doing what you are doing a job, and that job is very difficult. So what you do that job, you just divide into many small jobs. So that small, you do particular that small jobs, and automatically a big job will be completed. Okay. So in the same way, what a method do, method help divide a complex problem into a manageable code blocks. So what are methods? Methods are the blocks. Okay. So the it helps to divide complex programs into manageable code blocks. So it helps to divide complex program into manageable code blocks. So this is the benefit. And the next benefit of writing the method is to basically, if you made a that means methods, so you can reuse it. That means further you can, suppose you make you made a block, and that block is having the meaning like that this block or this method can do the addition of two numbers. So you made it, and in future you just use that method, and you will get the answer. So do not worry, I will do each and everything practically, but today I will discuss some theoretical part. So students, next one is methods can be reused. What I said, reused. It can be reused in a program without the need to rewrite the same code. Okay. So suppose if you made some method, some blocks, and that method, that block definition is to divide a number. So you no need in future, suppose if you want to divide two numbers, and then you no need to write the code once again. Just use that method, pass two numbers, that means to which you are divide and who is divisor. Just two number pass, and you will get the result. So the code you will not the code every time, you just use that method and get your result. So but we will discuss it later when we will do programming. Just understand, just imagine like that this is the benefit of the method. So it avoids duplication. You can say it, I'm sorry, AVO, avoid duplication. It avoid duplication. Next one is, what is the next benefit, students? They help us in understanding the flow of the program. They help to understand the flow of the program. Okay, students. So I think these are the enough for benefit of the methods and why we should make the method. Next one is, this is, if you can write the heading. So this heading is advantage of methods. Next one is, how many types of methods? So types of methods. So students, there are only two types of methods. First one is system defined method. So what are system defined method, students? You know that the Java built by some person, some developer, and that developer, when they were making the Java, at that time they made some methods already. That means that is called system defined methods. So they build for the user, for the person, for the developer who want to make the software. So they made it, and you just use that method and get your answer. So as I discussed with you, suppose they have made a function for adding two numbers. So why you will write the code like enter two numbers, then you will write the code for the addition like a plus b, then you will write for print this answer. Why you will write everything? There are ready-made code, ready-made methods which are made by the that means Java developer, who developed the Java. You just use that method and get the answer. The question is how you will use. So you will get this answer when you will proceed this chapter. Next one is user defined method. User defined method. So what are user defined method? So these are the methods which are developed, which are made by you, That means a person who are making the Java code, that means the person who are making the softwares, they are capable to make the methods. So the methods which is made by the person who was making the softwares, who is the user, so that methods are called user defined methods. So how many types of methods? There are two types of methods: system defined methods and user defined methods. Next one is how you can start with the method definition. Okay, so method definitions, this is basically the starting of the method writing. So you will be very serious about that. Method definition. What are method definition? So before method definition, you should know where you will write the method. So as I said in the very early classes, that in Java, each and everything inside the class name. Okay, so you will, if you are making the method user defined method, then that will be inside the class. So immediate after the curly braces. Suppose you have written the class keyword class name, then after that curly braces, after that you will start to write the method definitions. Okay, so syntax of method definition is syntax, syntax of method definition. How you will write the method definitions. Next one, first one is access modifiers. So access modifiers, students, these are optional. That means you can write the access modifiers or you cannot write. But if you don't write, then which type of access modifiers it will take, we will discuss it when I will discuss the access modifiers. But you should know in Java there are 4 types of access modifiers: public, protected, private, and default. Okay, so access modifier, then what will be type? Type means you can just write the return type. Okay, the return type of the method, you can write it, this one, return type, RETURN, return type. Then after that there will be method name, and there will be bracket, and this inside the bracket there are parameter list, PARAMETER, parameter list. These are also optional. According to your use, you will write the parameter list. This is not compulsory. After that, there will be curly braces. Then there will be method body. What will be method body? That means you will write your logic for getting your answer. So here will be the logic, that is called method, that will be in the section of method body. So this is the complete syntax of writing the method. So these are the method definitions. So the first line of the method definition is called method prototype or method header. So students, suppose if I am writing here, suppose I am just writing one method name, public access specifier. I discussed with public. I said to you, these are the keywords, so everything will be in the small public. Then return type. So return type, what the methods are returning in main method. You know that main method was not returning anything. That's why we have written void. What I was written void. So that's why if I am making a method which are not returning anything, then I can write here void, void. So public void. So these two things covered: access modifiers, then return type, then method name. So as I discussed with you, the naming convention of writing a method. So I said the same naming convention will be followed of making the Java variables. So the same naming convention, but I said in the method definitions you will in the method name you will write the brackets. So these brackets are here. Okay,